What up, gang? That was a little Missouri fight song intro for everybody. Hopefully, we might get to hear that later this year at some point, maybe at least over the TV. Welcome to the second video update for the 2020 Beeros Drive Fantasy Football League. Told everybody I'd be sending another video out today. I'm going to reveal the draft date and time, as well as go over a little league history about the rules and the rule that I'm going to drop for this year. Okay, so the draft date is going to be Monday, August 31st at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Again, 8:31, Monday, August 31st, 7:30 Central. I have to work that night at 9. I'm going to try to push that back till about 10, so maybe I can be here the whole time. Otherwise, I might have to do the first half of the league draft and then do the other half remotely or something. But we'll get a video chat going and all that. I'll let everybody know. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so a little bit of league history. We all know that Rob was the first one to win the league in 2014. The first year we had it, we only had 8 people in the league that year. That was the only year we only had 8 people. We've had 10 ever since. It was declared that when someone won the league, they had to be referred to as the Lord Champion, or they were crowned Lord Champion, and everyone must refer to them as such for that year. The penalty being beverage consumption. So I guess if you got caught calling the Lord Champion by another name, he could make you drink. I will go ahead and say that this year I will accept the title Lord Commissioner or Lord Champion. Thank you very much. The other thing that came about was that every Lord Champion gets to make one decree or rule, I guess as we call them now. And that rule begins when it is declared and it exists forever. Every time somebody wins the league, they get to make another rule, or they can use their rule as an opportunity to cancel an old rule, which has never happened, at least not yet, and it's not going to happen this year. We'll go back over these rules. 2014, Rob won, and he said that Buffalo was in effect. Any of you jerks watching this video that know the rules of Buffalo better follow those rules if that's the case right now, because I just called it. 2015, Matt Mullins won. He declared that the Lord Champion gets to make the draft challenge, which is some kind of random type event to determine the draft order. You'll remember he did the Bean Boozled Jelly Bean Challenge, which was pretty wild. I still taste that skunk, I think it was. It tasted like burnt rubber. Yikes. 2016, Matthew Brand won. He declared that his rule was the Beeros Drive was now a money league. By the way, buy-ins, remember, are $25. Everyone needs to send that to me on Venmo or some other way, as soon as possible. AJ is the only one who has already sent it to me. 2017, Ross Wilson won the league. He created what, after this year, I will be referring to as the Derek rule, which was if you don't participate in the draft challenge, you can't be given a spot in the draft earlier than anybody who did. So Derek, again, was the only person who didn't participate this year, so he's 10th for a reason. Last year, or I guess 2 years ago at this point, Keaton won. He made what we've affectionately deemed the chaos rule. For those who don't remember, everybody one time per regular season, you get to declare one of your opponent's players that they cannot play against you for that week's matchup. You only get to do this one time. You have to tell me before Wednesday night that you're going to use your rule, your chaos rule, and which player you're going to force your opponent to sit. And I'll collect those during the weeks, and then I will tell the opposing player on Thursday that they have to sit someone. If you don't sit that player, I'll sit them for you manually, Monday after the games have happened, and you won't get to replace them. So you'll probably lose. If you don't use your chaos rule, you do lose it. Has to be regular season, can't be playoffs. I think we did have 2 people who didn't use it last year. Any questions about that, you can let me know. I can verify that a little bit better. 2019, I'm declaring my rule. I don't know exactly what to call it. Maybe the nomenclature rule. This is going to be that every week, the team with the highest score for the week gets to choose the team name and the team logo for the team that scored the lowest in the league. You have to change it to whatever that person says you change your team name and logo to. Now, let's try to keep it somewhat PG-13. I don't want to get kicked off ESPN if we start to put a bunch of dick jokes or whatever on there. Obviously you can be a little bit colorful with it, but keep it, I don't know, not to 11, maybe to like an 8. It's going to be highest scoring team changes the name and the logo for the lowest scoring team for that week. The team that gets their name changed cannot change it back until they win another game. So if you go on a losing streak, you're going to keep it. The only other way you can change your team name is if another highest scoring team, and you happen to be the lowest scoring team again, tells you to change it to something else. So I'll send that out in an email. I'll send out the draft date and time, August 31st, Monday, 7:30 Central. A little bit of a recap on these rules, just so everybody remembers. A little bit, maybe more a little about Keaton's rule, because it's the most complicated. My rule, since it's the newest. I'm also going to, hopefully, before the draft, put out another video with a little bit of league history, or maybe league history and some fun facts that I've gathered. I know I sent an email out with fun facts last year, but I'll just recap those since we had another season complete. And then I'm not going to put anything out again until the draft. I have a special guest who is going to take our draft order and give their own opinion of a little power ranking show. So look forward for that. Otherwise, I hope you all have, what is it? It's Tuesday. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Prepare for the draft. You're going to need it, because I'm going to destroy all of you. Later.